Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. I'm gonna go ahead and assume, since you clicked on the title of this video, that you already know what I'm getting ready to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It is October, and in the US, anyway, where I live, two very big spotlights are shined on two very big issues regarding women in the month of October. The first of which being breast cancer awareness. Now, normally I would be drenched in the color pink, but I'm going to get to why I'm not in a second. But yes, pink, they tell you to think pink because pink has been associated with breast cancer awareness. And in all kinds of walks and charity events, you will see people covered in the color. I'm not going to give you a bunch of stats or anything like that. Normally I would, but this subject is easily researchable. Know that it is a very serious thing, and that I'm pretty sure if I was a betting woman, I would bet that if you're watching this, you've either been affected by or know someone who's been affected by breast cancer, and you know how devastating it can be to get the news, the diagnosis, to get to have to see someone go through, go to the hospital for treatment, what the treatment can do to us. I'm pretty sure you know. So I'm just going to say that if you are at the age where you need to start getting mammograms, please do so. I haven't had one yet, but I know that it's told that it's uncomfortable, but I'm pretty sure the knowledge of knowing that, alhamdulillah, you are cancer free is well worth a few minutes of discomfort. And inshallah, if you are amongst those who are diagnosed, to know early, I know it would suck, you know, but to know early would be better than not knowing at all, than walking around with it and not knowing. So again, if you are at the age where you need to get a mammogram, please do so. If you aren't, but you have, you know, breasts because you're a female, please do not hesitate to give yourself a self-breast exam. Like I said, we can't stop the qadr of Allah. His plan is going to be realized because it just is. He says be, and it is. But we can be proactive so that in the end, we're not scrambling around to be reactive. Okay, so just please take care of yourselves. Check your bodies. Check your bodies and take care of yourselves. And I ask Allah to keep the distance between you and any kind of cancer like the distance between the heavens and the earth. Ameen, ameen, ameen. Now, the reason why I am drenched in this beautiful royal color purple today is because of a very different yet equally devastating plague called domestic violence awareness. Don't think that because that we're Muslims and that in Islam women are held to a very high standard, we are to be respected and cherished. Don't think that that's because that's what is supposed to happen, that is always what does happen, because it's not. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but I got this past summer a reminder from Facebook, and it was like, oh, well, you spent 10 years here. I joined Facebook back in 2009, and I don't have enough fingers for the amount of times that a sister felt comfortable enough to tell me about some seriously horrible things she was enduring in her home. And I'm saying she in a general sense, not in specific, like talking about one person. No, I don't have enough fingers for the amount of times that a Muslim woman started a story to me about her husband that made me seriously enraged and tearful at the same time. Because as Muslims, you would think like we all read the same Quran, we all pray to the same Lord, we fast, we do our best to make high. We're supposed to be the example, you know, for the rest of mankind. And to think that and the reality that at the end of the day, we're all human, and some of us have flaws that are a lot worse than others, and take those flaws out on the creation of Allah. It is heartbreaking. So I just want to say to those of you who are out there, some of whom may be even watching this, I have a friend. She is a social worker. She is a very trustworthy woman. She primarily works with children, but she also works with women as well. She has support groups for women. You are not alone. Do you understand me? You are not alone. You do not have to be alone. You do not have to go through this alone. This is not your fault. You're not the devil. You're not a witch. You're not anything else that you're being called, because I'm pretty sure there are some seriously unoriginal words that are being used when the person that you are married to is angry. I'm here to dispel all of that. I'm here to tell you that you are not alone, and that if you need to, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Instagram, you can talk to me, and I will help you find help. Period. End of story. I will help you find help. You do not have to go and listen to another imam tell you that you need to be patient. That mess is for the birds. And I was going to use another word, and astaghfirullah for even putting it into my mind, but no, you do not have to be patient with oppression. You do not have to be patient with physical, mental, verbal, financial, because yes, it's a thing, abuse. You do not have to endure any of that. Okay? Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is no hadith, there is no Quranic verse that justifies a man treating you like a servant, treating you like you're less than, treating you like he is everything and you are nothing simply because of him. See, y'all see how emotional I'm getting? Like, listen, you are not alone. You are not alone, okay? I ask Allah to safeguard you, to strengthen you, to shower you with His mercy and His protection. I ask Allah to bless you with clarity and comfort from others like me, who will be quick to tell you that there is help out there. There is help. Maybe not from your local imam. And I don't want to say that like all imams are telling Muslim women to be patient, because that's not true. That's not true at all. There are some very good brothers out there who will also tell you that, because they know that that's not normal, that you need to find your way out of that situation, and who will help you. I don't even want to put anything on the internet that makes it seem like Muslim men turn their backs on us, because they don't. But the fact is, there are some imams who will tell you, oh, just go home, make istikhara, and be patient. I'm telling you, I'm not an imam. I'm not an imam. And may Allah forgive me because I am biased about this. But being patient will destroy you. Being patient will destroy your mind before it destroys your body. And when the mind goes, y'all know that you're just hollow. You're just hollow. You are a shell of the person that you used to be. That fire, that fight, that everything that used to make you smile, it will be gone. It will be gone. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to lose who you were before you found whomever it is that you are married to right now. And I know that I can't make your decisions for you, and no one can, and it's complicated. I get it. I just need you to know that you're not by yourself, okay? That, like I said, I have a friend. She's very trustworthy. You know, there's help for you. There is help for you, or anyone that you may know that you know needs help, that needs a listening ear, or a hand, or an open door. Okay? There's help. Lastly, I just wanted to say something to those of you who are on the outside looking in, you know, I don't remember when it was, but I was reading a post on social media about someone who was in some sort of like weird dysfunctional relationship or marriage or something like that. And it was like, it was said in the comments a few times, well, you know, if she like it, you know, I love it. And I just need to know, well, not know, but to say to those of you out there with that sort of thinking, may Allah soften your heart. May He soften your heart, because the last thing you should do is love what anyone who's in a dysfunctional domestic situation is going through. Okay. My grandmother had 4 daughters. Out of that 4, I know for a fact 3 at some point in their life were involved in a seriously dysfunctional domestic situation. Out of that 3, 2, I know for a fact, didn't leave the very next day. Okay. And out of that 2, I know for a fact that 1 literally had to, like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, she had to seriously evolve and change and become, it sort of hardened her, you know, over the years. It didn't make her give up on love or marriage or anything like that, but what she went through changed her a lot. So you shouldn't judge someone who you know is in a seriously bad situation, who just doesn't head straight for the door, because you have no idea what it's like to have to endure the person that you believed was gonna cherish you and protect you and comfort you the way a husband is supposed to. You have no idea what it's like to find out that that person has that darkness in him, and to believe over and over and over again that, oh, last time it was just a mistake. Last time, you know, he didn't really mean it. And that sort of mental war that you have to have with yourself is something that I wouldn't wish on any woman or man, because let's just be clear, sometimes, ladies, it's us doing the abusing. Okay, let's not pretend. But for right now, for what I'm talking about, I'm speaking to the women, us. Okay, it is seriously destructive when you have someone dealing with an oppressive situation, and she has no support. There's no one who, there are people around her, yes, but they're just like, well, you must like it because you're still there. You must be fine with all of it. Trust me, there is an L word that she thinks of when she sits down to battle herself about her situation, but it's not like, it's loathe. It's a lot of self-loathing going on. So don't judge. Don't think that she is sitting there like, you know, loving it, because she's not, and neither should you. You should pray for her. You should offer her comfort. You should offer her help. Let her know that, you know, listen, I can't even begin to understand what's going on in your mind or how you're trying to piece all of this together or even take it all apart. But I'm here for you. You know, if you need me, whenever you need me, I'm here for you. And actually mean it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we say that to people, to one another, and those words are so hollow. You know, it's sad. So if you're going to say that to someone that you know who is in an oppressive situation, please mean it. Please mean it, because you never know when she might pick up the phone and say, I need you. I need your help. This whole, we are Muslims. Again, we are supposed to be the example for the rest of mankind. But at the end of the day, we are also human. We are also human. So I remember asking my mother one time, like, why in the world would Tina Turner deal with Ike Turner and everything he used to do to her for so long? Because I think they was together, what, 18, 20 years? And my mother told me, you know, after she said we was going to circle back to the fact that I watched that movie without her knowledge, she was like, you know, sweetie, when the heart is involved, the head rarely works. You know, and I, at the time, I was like, well, what the heck is that supposed to mean? But I get it now. I get it now. As a grown woman, having seen the kinds of things that I've seen and heard the kinds of things that I've heard and know the kinds of things that I know as fact, not as hearsay, but as fact, I get it now. And I would never utter such a sentence because I would never, I don't believe it. Like I said, there's an L word that's involved, but it's not like, it's loathe. She loathes herself probably, and she definitely loathes what she's going through. So please don't like it. Please don't love it. Just please talk to Allah for her, about her, and be there. Be there. Be her sister in Islam. Be what we were intended to be toward one another. Because when she hurts, you're supposed to hurt. So you shouldn't like anything that, especially anything negative that she's going through. Because at the end of the day, inshallah, we're supposed to want for one another what we want for ourselves. And like I said, I wouldn't wish oppression or any kind of physical, verbal, emotional, physical, financial, yes, it's a thing, abuse on you or anybody else that you know or in love. Surely it's a test from Allah, but it's one I wouldn't wish any of us had to pass. But He is the best of planners, and, you know, why He tests us with certain things is beyond my knowledge to understand. So, I just want us to be there for one another when we can clearly see that something is not right, that something is very, very wrong, and be open and honest and comforting and welcome with each other, and because at the end of the day, that is what helps. That is what helps. So I'm gonna go before I start crying. This subject is just something that like it's a lot. Y'all know it's a lot. I'm pretty sure, like, even with breast cancer, like with this, you either know someone or have been someone who has been in a situation that was not what Islam intends marriage to be. And how debilitating that can be for the mind and for the body. And I want better for us. I want us to be better toward one another and towards the ones that we're supposed to love. Because, I mean, I know paradise is paved with hardship, but sometimes I just wish that those hardships didn't have to be so painful. But I guess that's the point, right? We're supposed to endure. We're supposed to persevere. That's why we have to be as close to Allah as we possibly can, you know, because a good relationship with Him, you know, we would not allow those things, not to ourselves, not to those we love. Getting as close as we can to Allah would remind us that, you know, He is the one that we worship. He is the one that we fear. We don't fear no man. We don't worship no man, you know, and having the best possible relationship with Allah is the way, hopefully, inshallah, to ensure that we don't ever have to go through any kind of oppressive or abusive relationship with any of His creation. So amongst a lot of what I've said today, that is what I wish for all of us. The best possible relationship with the one who created us. A close relationship. One where we fear Him and depend on Him and trust in Him above any and all else. You know, May Allah safeguard us all. May He strengthen us all. May He protect us all from any kind of cancer or sickness. May He protect us from any kind of oppressive situation or person. May He protect us from from shaitan and any of those who embody the things that shaitan would spread, including oppression. May He protect us from ourselves, because sometimes what we desire can be our downfall, you know. So may He protect us from ourselves and what He knows will do nothing but destroy us in the end, whether that thing be a thing or a person, you know. And may He protect those we love from ever having to endure any kind of cancer or oppression or abuse. Ameen, ameen, ameen. This life is a short one, but it is one I don't believe that He intends us to suffer through. He loves us, and although He tests us with things that are incredibly difficult at times, it's also true that He would never place anything on us greater than we can bear. So we all have to bear that in mind when we are thinking, why me? And try not to think that. Inshallah. I love you all for the sake and pleasure of Allah. Hit that subscribe button, I guess. That's what I'm supposed to say. So that you don't miss anything else that I upload. Like I said, you can find me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. And enjoy the rest of your day. Assalamu alaikum.